I know you're there. Won't you come up to play with me? Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Well, hello there. Have you come to play? I hope you're ready. Ready or not, here I come. You over here. Surprise, surprise. Oh dear, would you look at the time?
Hello? Hello? Hi, and welcome to your new job as the night security at Fazbear Research and Testing Center, a place where we test new robotics and systems before we release them to our Fazbear family diners, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Anyway, this recording will guide you tonight so that you can get the hang of things. Alright, so we are currently testing a brand new high-tech line of animatronics, highly intelligent and sensitive due to the amount of technology we have built into them. For this reason, we require you to carefully watch and record their behaviors during the night, especially their auditory responses, as we haven't fully completed testing for those yet. Now, run over to the cameras and check the central screen. You should see our recent state-of-the-art installment of ground floor cameras. Lucky you. The two main characters that we have are Tweety the Bluebird, who you will see in the West Testing Auditorium, camera 2, and Pansy the Pink Rabbit, who we keep in the east side of the building, camera 3. We generally allow the two of them to roam around the center freely, as it allows them to take in new information and analyze it. So don't be concerned if they start roaming around. In fact, they're programmed to be drawn towards humans' heat signatures as part of their fun and friendly functionality. Cool, I know. So they'll probably travel towards you just to say hello. What's that? Oh, is that so? Oh right, well, sorry, I've just been told that they probably won't recognize a new face, so they'll probably attempt to politely escort you out of the building, or not so politely if they believe you're an intruder. Well, in that case, fortunately you have some heavy-duty steel doors to prevent anyone or anything from entering your room. Turn off the screen and run back. Take a look around and you should find some operating pads to control the doors. You can check using the door lights to see if anything is right outside and then close the doors. The animatronics should wander away eventually. Oh, but try not to keep them shut for too long, as they use quite a bit of power and we're on a very limited budget, as you can see. In fact, try not to do anything too powerful for too long during the night. We have provided you with a usage meter for you to keep an eye on the power you have left. And if your power runs out, well, just don't let that happen, okay? Oh, I almost forgot about the audio testing you must carry out as part of your job. Now, I know this wasn't in the description, but it's really quite simple, and it might even make your life easier. You see, we have installed several speakers around the place which can play a selection of 4 tracks. First, you must select, through the central cameras, the room which the animatronics are currently in, and then select one of the 4 audio tracks to play to them. If they return to their original containment within the main testing auditorium, then you must record their responsiveness. Leave the central cameras and turn on the tasks computer to your right, and select the tab at the top for the animatronic you wish to record results for. Remember, either Tweety the Bird or Pansy the Rabbit. You should then check the box of the audio track that you played. If the animatronic that you played the sound to was unresponsive and didn't move from their current room, then you don't check the box. See, it's simple. Just make sure you test and record results for each of the 4 audios on each of the animatronics. Yeah, that's 8. Yeah, total. Of course, you can keep playing the tracks you know the animatronics respond to again and again to keep them from ever getting to your doors. And as this is part of your job, at 6 a.m., the system will check whether the results have been recorded correctly. Unfortunately, we cannot allow you to leave if you make a mistake in the results and tick the wrong boxes. Okay, so that should be all the information for your first night anyway. You don't need any of the other things for tonight. Oh, and one more thing. You can check the current time on the reboot system, which is your little tablet that we provided you. It only shows the hour though. Anyway, bye for now, and I'll see you at 6. Is it off? How do I end? Hello? Hello? Hey, good job on your first night. Hopefully Tweety and Pansy weren't too much of a nuisance and you were able to complete the audio testing successfully. Tonight, I think I will give you an introduction into why we built this testing centre in the first place. You see, before we used to have a completely different set of characters at Fazbear Industries. They were called Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. Kids loved them really, but over time we started getting more and more complaints about various things. The glitchy programming of the animatronics, the questionable odor from the suits, intimidating features, so on and so on, blah blah blah. It's hard to please everyone, you know. So we decided to build this facility to test and create a newer, more functional set of robots for the customer's satisfaction. In fact, we built the centre directly above the old pizzeria to save land space. Of course, the pizzeria below had to be closed and fell into disrepair, so now we use it as a basement to store old parts and things. Now that I think of it, we still keep the old animatronics in the basement. Actually, you can probably find them in the old camera network that we hooked up to our newer system. You can find this on the computer screen to your left. I should think they would have powered down by now after all this time, but in case they still happen to amble around, we have provided you with a repellent gas system around the basement which you can operate remotely. Just press on a camera where an old animatronic has wandered in and spray them with a quick dose. It should be enough to send them running back to the storeroom. There is actually a slight problem with the old animatronics tampering with our electronic systems. You see, we decided to also house our main system control room down in the basement to save space, and it seems the older robot circuitry is messed up by the new signals or whatever, and they're drawn towards this control room. If they get there, they'll end up breaking a specific system, depending on their internal hardware. So Bonnie will ruin your audio system, so you won't be able to play any audio tracks to Tweety and Pansy, and won't be able to complete your auditory testing for the night. Chica tends to break the camera system, so all you will see is static on the cameras if that happens. Finally, there's Freddy. Now, he's a real pain and tampers with your ventilation systems, which might cause problems for your vision as you start to struggle for oxygen. You'll just have to go on audio cues, I guess. But anyway, there's a way to prevent all that by just keeping them out of your control room, by just spraying them with the gas. If they do somehow manage to break your system, then we also have provided you with that handy tablet that I briefly mentioned yesterday, the reboot system. Just select the system that has been broken and wait for it to be rebooted. Just make sure you don't turn the tablet off while it's doing its thing, otherwise the reboot will be automatically cancelled. After your system is fixed, make sure you remember to drive those pesky animatronics out of the control room with the gas. Also, you will find the gas storage meter under the reboot system. It can only store enough gas for 2 sprays on the animatronics, so you'll need to refill it quite often. To do this, just press and hold the gas storage refill button on the tablet and it'll refill for you. See, we've thought of everything just to keep you safe. Not that you'd be in any danger or anything. Okay, so that should be all. You don't need to worry about Foxy in the basement tonight. He's been put on permanent power off or something. Make sure you keep on top of the audio testing for Tweety and Pansy, and I'll see you at the end of your shift. See ya. Bye. Bye-bye now. Have a good night. Okay, so I press this and... Oh right, hello and welcome to your third night. You're clearly doing much better than me with these recordings. Anyway, so yeah, third night, wow. Most people have usually moved on to safer things by now. Tonight you have a few extra things to keep on top of. Firstly, tonight is the first test night where we have turned on our star animatronic, Wolfie. We keep him controlled in the playpen testing area, where we aim to simulate real interactions with the children in order to teach our animatronics to get along with our customers. You should be able to see this test room on the central screen in camera 10, I believe. Wolfie tends to slowly peek out the curtains that you see there until he fully comes out and starts to run around. He's really quite energetic. But don't worry, the playpen is motion activated, so you should hear some music play whenever Wolfie comes out from behind the curtains. He will then choose a side and run towards your door on that side just to give you a big hug. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Yeah, the intruder thing. Right, so just close the door towards which he's running and you should be fine. And make sure you keep it closed until you are sure that he's gone away. But, I mean, you should hear the music stop and his footsteps thundering down towards you, so that should be enough time to close the doors. But you'll need to check the camera before then when the music starts, so that you know which door he's running at. Sorry, I think I've probably confused you a bit there. It's fine, you'll get the hang of it. Moving swiftly on, there is another test that we need you to run on Wolfie. You see, he has 6 main valves controlling his power systems, and they need analysing. Go onto the tasks computer on your right and select Wolfie's tab at the top. You should see a sort of timetable. Tonight, only valve 3 needs analysing, and it should say from 2 AM to 4 AM. Is that correct? So go ahead and check your current time on the reboot system tablet. It should be around 2 AM for you now, so go back to the task screen and press valve 3 for it to start the analysing. You should remember to return to that tab to end the analysing at 4 AM by just pressing the valve 3 button again. If, however, you press the wrong valve or start and end analysing at the wrong time, then the valve breaks and Wolfie spirals out of control. He'll just be able to break through anything, even the doors, and he will get to you very quickly indeed. So just make sure that you are there on the hour, every hour, so you can correctly perform the analysing. Don't forget about this task. it would also be checked at the end of your shift, so make sure you've completed all the valves and that they're all stable. Otherwise, you can't leave. Finally, I have some fantastic news. Our technicians have managed to fix the final basement animatronic, Foxy. Although on second thought, that might not be great news for you. He's kept in the 3 south rooms of the basement, the ventilation control area, but don't worry, he doesn't affect the airflow in your room like Freddy, apart from maybe a slight smell. You should see him in one of the 3 cameras in the left screen, at the bottom of the layout map. He starts off in the maintenance room. That's where the mechanics left him anyway. And then he moves around to either the east or the west vent, those big gaping holes in the wall facing you. If you hear him banging around in the vents, it might be a good idea to just close the one that he's in. You can do that through selecting the respective camera and pressing the close vent remote control on the screen. But once again, make sure you don't keep the vents closed for too long. Power usage, remember. You can open them again once he returns to the maintenance room. So, I hope you're finding these recordings helpful. Remember to keep track of the auditory testing and the other basement animatronics. Yeah, these guys are getting to be a bit of a handful, aren't they? Well, I guess it keeps the job interesting. Don't want you falling asleep now, do we? Okay, as always, I'll see you in the morning. Bye! Hello. Hey, you're doing really great. And you're nearly there. Just a couple of more shifts and your first week is complete. Unfortunately, we have been having problems with some of the programming systems within the isolation wards. You might have seen those along the east hallway in the central cameras. And we need you to finish off some last-minute testing on them. These isolation wards are where we keep some of our disobedient animatronics, separate from the rest of their counterparts due to misbehavior. Now, follow my instructions very carefully. You must first enter the central screen and locate the camera feed for Isolation Ward X. Don't worry about the name, it's just because it houses our most dangerous... sorry, ignore that. Our most mildly troublesome robot. You should see a ward number shown on the visual display unit in that room. Can you see it? Good. Now, go to that ward number. It should be one of the other 5 wards. Check that ward and memorize the 6-digit confirmation code it has on its display. Read it carefully and make sure you have selected the correct ward, as each ward generates a unique random code. Remembered it? Great. Now leave those cameras and enter the tasks screen on your right. Select the final and 4th tab at the top. It's kinda concealed by the flickering static. Yes, sorry about that. We've been meaning to sort that out for a while now, but, well, I guess our technicians never got round to it. Anyway, you should see a number pad appear on your screen. Please proceed to type in the 6-digit code that you remembered before. Oh, and don't be afraid to check the code again if you can't remember it. Although you should aim to complete this as quickly as possible. Remember, you're on a strict time schedule. Submit the code by pressing the tick. If you're still hearing this, you got it correct and all went well. If you happen to enter the incorrect digit, just press the cross to delete it. Do not submit an incorrect code. This program is directly connected to the power supply system and will result in a complete power failure if you do something wrong. So just don't do that. Now return back to Ward X and find your new ward number and check its new 6-digit randomized code, and the process starts again. There are 4 codes to submit tonight, but there may be more for you to do tomorrow. As always, you must complete all of these before 6 a.m. Otherwise, you guessed it, you can't leave. Anyway, a final reminder of all of your tasks. Tweety and Pansy approach your doors from either side. Close them if they get too close. And you also need to test all 4 audios on each of them, remember, before recording your results correctly. Freddy, Bonnie and Chica are in the basement and tend to mess with your electronics, so gas them to prevent them from ever getting to your control room, and fix any broken systems using the reboot tablet. Oh, and don't forget to refill the gas from time to time. Foxy, yeah, that guy. He likes to crawl around in the vents. Just close them through the cameras when you hear a thud. Wolfie, man, he just runs at your door. You just gotta have a fast reaction there. But remember to listen out for that music when he jumps out from behind the curtain. It always did kind of give me the creeps. Oh, and don't forget his timetable thing, really quite crucial. The trick is just to check it every hour. And finally, Robot X, who generates the codes that you need to submit into the system. Gosh, well, you seem to have everything under control, so I'll leave you to it. Good luck. Hey, hi, final night, wow. Just a quick one from me tonight. I won't keep you waiting. You've clearly got a lot going on, and, well, so have I, to be honest. We have been having a few problems with the activity systems within the animatronics. Usually they would be controllable, but today they seem to have gone haywire. Their diagnostic data is through the roof. We haven't seen anything like this before. I just wanted to ask you for a small favour. Would it be okay for you to come in tomorrow as well to sit through the night? You'd be paid in full for your time, of course. It's just we're going to need all the help we can get with these guys. I have to get back to trying to control them, but we haven't been able to shut them off. If we don't, that could be a real problem for you. You'll just have to be on the ball during your shift. Get to 6 a.m. and their systems should reset. Right. I'll see you in the morning. Hopefully you've been able to calm them down and all is as it should be again. Okay, I've really got to go now. Bye. Hey, there's our superstar. Thanks for being here. You did a great job last night. All the animatronics seem to have calmed down. It's quite surprising, really. They all seem a bit too quiet, if you ask me. As if they're planning something, almost. But anyway, that's just me being paranoid. Tonight, you should have no problems at all. I think it'll be quite boring for you, actually. Wait, what? Ennard, he's out! Oh no! No, why? Oh God. Ventilation. Call the emergency services now. Go. Hey, you still there? Yeah, it looks like I called it. Remember that dangerous robot I was talking to you about? Yeah, the one in this special isolation ward. Yeah, he's just broken free. It's almost as if he's harnessing the energy from all the other animatronics. Oh, God. What have we done? He's completely broken all of our systems as well. There's no way out. Reboot. Oh, where did I put it? Oh, no. There goes our reboot system. This is how it ends, isn't it? I knew it was wrong. Tampering with the programming so much, making the AI so powerful. I think it's self-aware. Get back, run for your lives. You shouldn't have come. Go now. Get out while you still can. Oh, no. Listen carefully. He gives out audio cues when he's about to attack.